I never once noticed that Squawks will actually fly around the selected world. I always thought that he was flying around the world you're up to and the world you gotta like progress in to beat. But no, he gets to use another visual cue to know which world that you have selected here, even if it says it on screen. Anyway, what's up everybody? I am Luke from the Master Sword Valley. Welcome back to more Donkey Kong Country Returns. In the last episode, we made it through 3-5 Itty Bitty Biters and Temple Topple of the Ruins, collecting all the Kong letters and puzzle pieces, and we have Shifty Smashers unlocked to us. So in this episode, let's get it on with the Kong. It's not the same phrase, Nintendo, don't sue me. And don't put a copyright on my video because I said something like that. Anyways, by the name, we're going to be dealing with some throwbacks, but also instant death blocks here. Well, I wouldn't say instant death. You lose a heart if you get smashed by them, but we're going to be dealing with a lot of narrow spaces. So if you have claustrophobia, I am so sorry. I know it doesn't really apply to like if you're seeing it inside a video here. It more or less applies like if you're like in the space itself and you have claustrophobia. Anyways, but I like this detail right here with all these 8-bit Donkey Kongs throughout the throughout this level right here. Again, once again, an homage to the fact that these stages like a tribute to the Kong family and things, like the ancient Kongs or something like that. But you can see the tracks, and you can kind of get a preview of where the safe spots are between each of these giant golden blocks here. Of course, Diddy Kong always helps to get two more extra hits to go through this place right here if you get smashed. Anyways, whoa, that was close. Anyways, be kind of quick with this one right here, considering that. Woohoo! Create the edges close off right there, but that's also the case of most of the puzzle pieces here. Just gotta be quick to find the hidey holes. Anyways, we got these spikes here, which are gonna be a lot more prevalent. Which I know they're prevalent now, but they're gonna be a lot more in the next world. Kind of spoilers, but you'll see. You will see. Trust me. I wish these tikis could get like crushed by the spikes, but because they're protected and they're just low enough that they don't. See, they're jumping in the spikes right there. How are they not hurt? I guess the protective helmet's on their head, sure. Anyways, got more Kong right here. I don't know what the hearts, I guess the hearts maybe represent the fact that he was like in love with Pauline in the old games. Like there's a little fire sparky thing. There's the oil with the hammers and everything. Yeah, I don't really understand what the hearts are supposed to represent. Like I said, maybe they represent that, his love for Pauline in the old games. I have no idea. Whoa! Oh, gotta be quick about this. I don't care at this point, go. And we get ourselves the white orb for this. So what colors have we gotten already? Teal, blue, and white. You would think that this one would be gold since we've been going through these ruins, especially like here where we had all these gold blocks. But to be fair, all the Kong stages have gold in them. But I guess maybe more or less like the big gong that's awaiting us at the boss stage, so to say, is more or less where I'm coming from. Anyway, speaking of boss, it's time for Ruined Roost. Sorry about that. Once again. Anyways, got Diddy Kong, got full health. Let's go in. The fight is on. Taking on Stu, being controlled by Gong-O the Tiki here. To start out the fight right here, he's gonna throw a bunch of bombs out here, and we gotta throw the bombs back at him. Whoa! Oh, I can't believe I hit him right there. I thought I was gonna miss him right here. He's got, I think he's got several attacks right here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Several attacks as in, you know, bombs here. Of course, you don't want to try not to hit them so you don't lose all your health. It's like the... Oh, well, I thought I was going to ricochet that. That would have been awesome right there. After 3 hits, he drops this nuke on us, which makes all the rock platforms that we were using unavailable to us now as they're destroyed. Aha! He's also got that bomb over there, which releases fire. Fire wave. This guy is really easy here. The tough part is definitely, like, you know, throwing the bombs at him. Oh, come on, come on. Ah, I thought I was gonna get him there. He does take a lot of hits, which I will agree is definitely, you know, they're up in the ante here with World 3 here. Wow, you just threw it right at me, dude. You're kind of pathetic. Not really. I mean, again, you were kind of a threat here, but ugh. I mean, to be fair, he was just born with a crown on, and he's like Cusco in that way. But anyways, back to Southeastern Asia where you came from! Back to China with you. I totally screwed up my quip there of sending him back to where he came from. 20 hits, nice. And that does it for the ruins. We are 3 worlds into this whole island here. I think the island downsized in the next game, considering that it's the whole island is the final area in that game. Wow, we pounded the tiki so hard. Not like that, shut up. We punched the tiki so hard that the whole gong on this island broke. I love it. But we moved on to the cave here. This is what I would say is definitely one of the, like, probably one of, if not the most iconic, or not really the most iconic, one of the more iconic parts to me of Donkey Kong Country Returns is the cave here. Because this place is really small, but you're going to see it right away what the gimmick of this whole place is. Starting with 4-1 Rickety Rails. I think by that title you can tell what we're going to be writing here. Yeah, I said writing. You'll see soon enough. Now this world, getting into the cave, it kind of introduces a thing in the next few worlds where we have the environment of the previous world going into the next one, which I think is awesome here. How we're starting out in a ruinsy jungle area right here, and we can see that we have a rock wall in front of us that we need to blow up. Thankfully, someone stashed some really convenient dynamite here so that we can just, so that we can just utilize it for our own. And, oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Is there, aha! Gotcha, you thought I'd miss that. Nope. And here we go, we're progressing into the cave here. Again, I really like this idea right here. I kind of wish more games would do something like this rather than like the next, I mean, I know most stages, especially like Mario stages, they go from you have the castle as the last stage and then it's immediately the next world. But I guess kind of like some Kirby stages, how you have some stages where they progress into the other world, kind of, which I find really neat. Or just like some sort of change happens stage to stage. Anyways, we have a different kind of minecart right here. Unlike the other one that we had back in the jungle here, these ones are full of crystals, so we can't do anything. So we can't exactly sit in them. Unfortunately, we just stand on top of them. It must be painful for Donkey Kong's feet to stand on them a long period of time. And they don't jump with us. So we got to time our jumps even better to make sure we land back onto the minecart. Which most of the time you do land back on it automatically. Since Donkey Kong and the cart are moving at the same velocity. Not to get all scientifically here, but I mean, how else can I describe it really? But yeah, they do kind of move at the same speed, of course. So landing back on it is not exactly, it's not like impossible, but it is definitely trickier. Oh, That's not good. Woo! We can see the preview of our next Tiki that we're gonna have to beat the crap out of. And unfortunately, we don't have Diddy Kong with us. Not that Diddy Kong is really gonna be helpful. The only time it would really be helpful is if you're trying to land back on a solid platform after jumping off of one of the carts. But again, and that's the other thing, is that Diddy Kong, aside from like the boss and the Kong stage, he's not really gonna be that useful in this world. Maybe like a couple instances otherwise. Here we go. You go. I like how the blast barrels also function as dynamite here, blowing up the walls as we progress through this cave. You would think that all those explosions would cause the cave to cave in on us, but it doesn't. In fact, this whole cave, it's pretty much an open cave though, so there's not really much caving in it can do. I hope I put a counter up for how many times I said cave in that one sentence there. And I like this one here. I like the crystals in the background, that smoke, like just casually creeping down from where it is. I guess it's like the cave chemicals, or the chemicals within, like the gases is what I was saying. The gases in the caves that, you know, you'll encounter if you've ever been mining. But yeah, I like them. They're really neat. There we go. Instead of like fruit or anything, we have these gross moldy things in here. I guess they kind of remind me of cactuses, like moldy cactuses, I guess, with the way they explode. But I don't know. Well, at least I got the last puzzle piece. I'm all the way back here. I gotta get all the letters, but at least I got all the puzzle pieces. Thank goodness for automatic barrels right here, because it gave me a chance to itch my eye while he was getting blasted out of the barrels. It's lovely. It's very nice. Don't even worry about that again. Let's just go. Cool. Get this. Thankfully, that one is an automatic one. I would have hated it if that was a manual barrel or a death blast barrel. That would have sucked. 14 coins. Not that the lives would have done me any good, as usual. But hey, unlike a certain other platformer, you actually keep your lives when you quit and go back to the menu or turn off the power. You don't reset back to 5 or 4. So with that, we already have 2 stages opened up to us right here. Bombs Away and Grip and Trip. But of course, we're gonna call things right here. Next time on Donkey Kong Country Returns, we're gonna progress further into the cave and, yeah, get closer to that train that's going back and forth. Seem to have our bananas. See you guys then. And now that we have defeated another boss, we get to look at the ruins diorama right here. I'm a little sad this one doesn't include Sue, but I mean, this one is also, it's kind of funny right there, sliding into the temple of tooth berries there. Pretty neat.